kids, where are you? It's time for all the art to tell stories.
12-year-old Ethan was no ordinary boy. Since he could remember, shadows seemed to move when he was near, as if they had a life of their own. Living in the quaint village of Dawnvale, nestled in a valley surrounded by forests, Ethan spent most of his days observing how the shadows danced on walls and floors, whispering words only he could hear. Though others dismissed shadows as tricks of the light, Ethan had a special gift. He could communicate with them. Shadows told him stories about the world around him, secrets hidden in plain sight. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, the shadows began to behave strangely. They flickered and twisted, their whispers filled with urgency. Ethan listened closely, catching fragments of their message. Danger, approaching, forest. The next day, news spread through the village that strange occurrences were happening in the woods. Livestock went missing, and travelers reported eerie sounds at night. The village elders dismissed the warnings, but Ethan trusted the shadows. Ethan decided to investigate. That night, he snuck out of his house with a lantern, venturing into the woods. The shadows guided him, weaving through the trees and pointing toward a clearing. There, Ethan discovered a strange, dark mist spreading across the ground, seeping into the earth. The shadows whispered the word corruption. They told Ethan of an ancient force buried deep in the forest, awakening to consume everything in its path. Unless stopped, it would destroy Dawnvale. Ethan shared his discovery with his best friend Lila, who was skeptical but agreed to help. Together, they visited old Cedric, the village's storyteller, known for his knowledge of local legends. Cedric revealed the tale of the Shadowkeeper, an ancient guardian who once protected the village from darkness. Ethan realized his gift might be connected to the Shadowkeeper's legacy. If he could learn to control the shadows fully, he might stand a chance against the corruption. The shadows became Ethan's mentors, teaching him their secrets. He learned to read their movements, understand their language, and even manipulate them. With practice, Ethan could summon shadows to create barriers, distract enemies, and illuminate hidden paths. But the shadows warned him of the cost. Using their power too recklessly could consume him, turning him into a shadow himself. Ethan vowed to use their gift responsibly. As the days passed, the corruption grew stronger. The mist began creeping closer to the village, and plants withered under its touch. Ethan and Lila rallied the villagers, warning them of the impending danger. Some dismissed their warnings, but others joined their cause, preparing defenses and gathering supplies. The shadows revealed the source of the corruption, an ancient relic buried beneath the forest. It had once been a powerful artifact, but greed and misuse had turned it into a force of destruction. Ethan, Lila, and a small group of villagers ventured into the forest to confront the corruption. The shadows guided their way, but the journey was treacherous. The mist distorted their senses, and strange creatures emerged from the darkness, forcing Ethan to use his newfound powers to protect his friends. Finally, they reached the heart of the corruption, a cavern filled with pulsing dark energy. At its center lay the relic, shrouded in a swirling vortex of shadow. Ethan stepped forward, the shadows at his side. they whispered a plan. He needed to absorb the corruption into himself and channel it back into the relic, sealing its power. It was a dangerous task that could cost Ethan his humanity. But he knew it was the only way to save his village. Drawing upon all his training, Ethan commanded the shadows to surround the relic. The corruption fought back, sending waves of dark energy through the cavern. Lila and the villagers worked to shield Ethan, fending off the creatures summoned by the relic. With one final surge of power, Ethan forced the corruption back into the relic. The cavern shook as the shadows sealed the artifact, leaving it dormant once more. Ethan emerged from the cavern, his connection to the shadows stronger than ever. The village was safe, and the forest began to heal. The villagers, once skeptical, hailed Ethan as a hero. Ethan accepted his role as the new Shadowkeeper, vowing to protect Dawnvale and its people. Though the shadows remained a part of him, he learned to balance their power with his humanity, ensuring that their gift would never be misused again. In the seaside town of Luminara, the magical lighthouse at the harbor's edge had guided ships safely for centuries. Its light was unlike any other, fueled by stardust, a rare and luminous material gathered from the stars themselves. Legends said the lighthouse's glow protected the town from storms and kept the ocean calm. But one evening, as the children of Luminara played on the beach, the lighthouse's glow dimmed. Clouds gathered on the horizon, and an uneasy hush fell over the town. People whispered in worry. Without the lighthouse's light, the town was vulnerable. 11-year-old Mira, known for her curious mind and fearless spirit, couldn't bear to see her town in distress. Together with her younger brother Finn and their friends, Leo and Anya, she decided to find a way to restore the lighthouse. The children visited the lighthouse keeper, an old man named Elias, who had tended the beacon for decades. Elias explained that the lighthouse's stardust reserves had nearly run out. Once, stardust was abundant, falling from the skies during meteor showers. But now it was a rarity, and the remaining stardust was hidden in faraway places, guarded by powerful forces. Elias showed them the map of the celestial path, an ancient guide to where stardust could be found. He warned them of the dangers: steep cliffs, enchanted forests, and creatures that guarded the stardust. "We have to try," Mira said, determination blazing in her eyes. "If we don't, the town will be lost." Reluctantly, Elias gave them the map, a small glass vial to store the stardust, and his blessing. The first destination was the Cliff of Echoes, a towering rock face that stretched high into the sky. Legend said that stardust hid in its crevices, but only those who could conquer their fears could retrieve it. As the children climbed, they heard whispers, echoes of their deepest doubts and fears. Finn froze when he heard a voice taunting him about his small size and lack of courage. Mira encouraged him, reminding him of his cleverness and bravery. Together, they pushed forward, ignoring the haunting voices. At the summit, they found a patch of stardust sparkling in the moonlight. Anya carefully collected it in the vial, and the group cheered, their spirits renewed. Next, the map led them to the enchanted forest, where stardust was said to rest on the petals of glowing flowers. But the forest was alive, shifting and changing to confuse travelers. Trees moved, paths disappeared, and strange creatures watched from the shadows. Leo, known for his keen sense of direction, led the way. When they encountered a mischievous sprite who tried to lead them astray, Anya used her flute to play a soothing melody, calming the sprite and earning its trust. The sprite revealed the location of the glowing flowers, and the children carefully gathered the stardust. Their final destination was the Stardust Cavern, hidden beneath a waterfall. The cavern was guarded by a massive, shimmering serpent named Loomis. The serpent, ancient and wise, challenged the children with riddles, testing their intelligence and teamwork. Each child contributed to solving the riddles. Mira's quick thinking, Finn's creativity, Leo's logic, and Anya's calm focus. Impressed by their unity, Loomis allowed them to enter the cavern, where a pool of stardust glowed like liquid light. With the vial nearly full, the children began their journey back to Luminara. But a fierce storm rolled in, testing their resolve. As waves crashed against the cliffs and rain soaked their clothes, Mira held the vial close, protecting the precious stardust. They worked together to find shelter and navigate the storm, drawing strength from their friendship and shared purpose. When they returned to the lighthouse, Elias was waiting, his eyes filled with hope. The children poured the stardust into the lighthouse's core, and a brilliant light erupted, illuminating the town and calming the stormy seas. The townspeople gathered, cheering and hugging the children. The lighthouse shone brighter than ever, a beacon of hope and unity. Elias declared the children the new Stardust Chasers, protectors of Luminara's light. Together, they vowed to continue seeking Stardust and to teach future generations the importance of protecting their town and working together. As the lighthouse's light bathed the town in warmth, Mira, Finn, Leo, and Anya stood together, proud of what they had achieved. If you like our stories, please like, subscribe, and turn on the little bell, so you won't miss exciting stories every day. You are also welcome to share it with family and friends to listen to the story together. Love you.